It is a bit chilly in the studios. By the way, Mother's Day is May 10th, everybody. Consider yourself warned. So that's a great gift for mom. All right, well, this is our last item in the hour, and this is the Canon Rebel. This is the T5. It is a 18 megapixel. Think about that, 18 megapixel, and it's an HD DSLR, single reflex camera, and it comes with two lenses. You get a telephoto lens as well as the regular lens that it comes with. So you get the Canon Rebel TS, that's the camera itself. You get the 75 to 300 millimeter as well as the 55 to 250 millimeter. So that's that zooming telephoto lens. You also get a Canon case. We're going to show you the case, and you also get the software with the SD card. So, and you also get a shoulder strap. There's a tutorial, and you get an 8 gigabyte SD card. So whatever, I don't want to say what the value is. It depends on where you get it. But just the camera bag. I mean, this is the great camera bag that you get included. And I kind of want to open it up and show it to you. It has a strap, and inside it has compartments. And if you've ever been to a camera store, you know, these are very high-end, very expensive to get. We're including this. You're getting this to protect your brand new camera. So maybe you love to bird watch and take some great pictures, and maybe you take pictures of sunset. Maybe you're the person that whenever you go on vacation, you've got your camera out and you're waiting to get that perfect shot, and you feel like you really want to go to the next level. This is the camera for you. This is the camera for you, and today we are doing it at the lowest price we've ever offered. 5 flex pay for the Innovation Month, free shipping and handling. HSN cardholders get 9 months to pay this off with no interest, no fee, $59 a month, no interest, no fee. So very exciting. And by the way, you do get software. We'll be talking about all of that, but we're going to bring out our special guest, who is an electronics expert, Dan Labuono.
Hello.
Dan, oh, you're such a, oh, look at you, dashing Dan coming on the scene.
I try.
Taking pictures.
Taking pictures, I know, and I'm so glad to be here with the Canon Rebel. You know, the Canon Rebel was the first camera that I ever purchased in New York City when I started doing photography. So I love it. I learned how to do photography on this camera, my old one at home, and this is a great one. The T5 is awesome. This is Canon technology at its finest, and this is the Canon Rebel T5. You're getting 2 lenses. You're getting the 55 millimeter lens as well as a 250 zoom lens. So we're going to talk about the zoom. We're going to talk about the speed of this camera and the speed of this camera. But before we get into the specs of this camera, I want to show you some photographs. Okay, there's so many different options here. We get to the auto zoom here, the auto markings here. You can get right up and impersonal to the autos. This is your portrait mode. This is so many different features on here. Now we get into the close-up mode. This is your macro mode. Now you can get up and close and personal.
Right, this is the reason why you need this instead of your cell phone.
Exactly, yes, because you're not going to get the depth of field. You're not going to get the texture. You're not going to get this kind of focus when you get to with your cell phone. And you know, and with 18 megapixels, who needs a professional photographer when you can do this all on your own? Here's a soft focus mode, which makes everything just blur out just a little bit to give it just a little bit of softness. What about toy camera? This is so many built-in features, this camera. It's one of the feature-rich cameras we've ever offered on HSN. And with Canon technology, you're going to get beautiful photography like this, slow shutter speeds where it kind of blurs out the water. Think about enhancing your photography, going to that next level, not just a picture of just anybody that's, you know, any photographers that can really up your game when it comes to this. How about the night mode? And then we go into miniature mode, making all your fun things, make it look like a toy picture.
Cool.
I know. You got your landscape mode.
I know.
It's just so many different photographies. And you get your grainy mode. This is a really fun one I like to use. Makes everything look more antique-y and grainy. It just adds a little bit of texture to your photography. You got your night mode, and you've also got a creative mode. But here's the one I really love, because I'm a still life photographer. This is the macro mode. So now you get really close up and personal. You actually see the poly counts on this flower. You can see all the detail, all the color. But I want you to see what happens when you take this the next level and take an 18 megapixel photograph and take it into this big.
Ooh, look
now
at
this
that.
is what you can't do with a cell phone,
No,
because your
can't.
megapixels are going to be very limited. But what you can do with 18 megapixels is you can blow it up to a 3-foot photograph like this, and now you can really see the texture. You can really see. There's a lot of information going on here, how it really captures the colors, the depth, and the crispness and the detail that goes going on is really extraordinary.
You know, this is really impressive. And I was going to say, Dan, you could take that and hang it right on your wall as
Absolutely.
art.
Yeah, you make it into canvases.
Yeah.
You know, and hang them up on your living room. Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, these are really impressive cameras from Canon. Yeah. And what we're doing here is we don't bring anything to HSN unless we can do something really special for you. And what we're doing really special is this exclusive bundle and, of course, our price. And the reason why we do an exclusive bundle is we want you to play. We want you to experiment. We want you to stretch your limits as an artist, as a photographer, by including that zoom lens, that telephoto lens. So that's where you get really up close and personal. Also, the software that you're going to be able to use that we're giving you, including with it, and that's going to give you lots of more options for creativity. You get that SD card, by the way, which of course is always great to kind of transfer it. Lithium-ion battery, that's actually what I prefer with the single reflex cam. Some of them you still put in those alkaline batteries. Yeah, I personally prefer the lithium-ion. I don't know how you feel about that.
It does come with your charger as well. It charges up really fast. Battery life is really good as well. You can last all day long shooting videos, shooting photography. Really great. I want to show you one other demonstration here. This is of the continuous mode. This is really fun. This is see this hummingbird that's coming in. Now, hummingbirds move very fast, almost 80 flaps per second, okay? Now, the camera actually can stop time in its place. You're going from photo 1, go to 2, and you're going to 3. So the camera was actually, the speed of this camera is phenomenal for this price point. When you get that much speed, yes, so we're going to go to some video. You're going to see how it moves.
Look at that.
You can see the bird actually flapping. It's really remarkable how the picture can really capture that. And you can do that, especially if you have like surprise parties coming up or you want to catch that one certain shot, but you're not really sure if you can get it. I'm going to have a little demonstration here. I'm going to use you, Helen. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the camera on the little running man. That means action mode or sports mode, okay? Sports mode is great because it's going to make the camera fire at 3 frames per second, okay? So 3 frames per second, it's going to capture everything. So you have your bowl of confetti. Okay. Let's say it's your birthday. Okay. All right, you're going to come in the door and we're going to throw confetti, but I want to make sure I get that one shot and I want to see all the confetti going around you, okay?
So I'm going to pick some up and throw it?
So you can pick some up and I'm going to tell you when I count to 3, you're going to throw it up in the air.
I'm
ready?
surprised.
Okay, ready? Okay. Wait, but hold on a second.
Okay, ready?
Off. Yeah.
Okay.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Great. Awesome. Now it's all over your hair. Awesome.
It'll stay that way for the rest of the show, and I'm sure the crew will be very happy when I did
you want to shake your hair out a little bit. Yeah, okay. All right, so now if we go back into the photograph, we can zoom in, and now if we can see this, we can actually see the actual specs and how it actually froze you this time. You can actually see the specs suspended in air. And this is what's really great because now I got that. So I got this one shot that you're ready to I know it's
stuck in my. I got a lot of hairspray here that's like forcing.
There you go.
There you go.
But you can see what's wonderful. But I love this continuous mode because you can actually get 3 frames per second. You can shoot whatever you want. You catch that one photograph that you really need of a surprise party, of someone walking in the door, of a wedding. You know, we have weddings coming up. We have graduations coming up. And so with continuous mode, you can always get that one great shot, and then you can throw the other ones away. That's what's great about digital photography, is that you can always make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you just have to delete the picture. This is a great camera for anyone that's young, that wants to learn how to do photography. Like I said, it's one of this beautiful starter camera because you can put this on auto mode and fly without the training wheels, or you can take this off and go to manual modes, which are aperture priority and shutter speed priority. You got auto image stabilization, so we're using that zoom lens. You'll be able to get more stabilization, so you're going to create less of a blur. So that's really actually a wonderful feature. And then you can also do, there's 9 points of autofocus, which is...
delete the picture. That was a picture.
I know. 9 points of autofocus, so your pictures are always going to remain in focus.
You know, I think when a lot of, things come like sporting events and graduation, I am not the... I'm not going to lie, I am the aggressive mom that runs to the front. But if you're not the aggressive mom that runs to the front, and, and this is the way you could zoom in and get it. I remember when I went to the graduation of someone that I'm very close with, their daughter's high school. We were way back in this big kind of like auditorium. And I was like, where is she? Where is she? I want a picture. This is like a big moment. And I had like a camera that didn't have a telephoto lens. With this, you could zoom in and take a picture, just like you're seeing me on the TV right here taking up the whole screen, that's how your picture would be. Even if you get way back in what we used to call the nosebleed seats, you know, like way up in the bleachers, where you might end up for graduation, so you don't want to miss out on that. And there's so many things, like suppose, you know, you go outside, and, you know, my brother's wife's and her dad and the whole family, they're bird watching, and he came over to my house to visit, and he had his camera, and he was back getting the birds, and there was, you know, a bird way across the pond in the back with her, and he had his telephoto lens, and the picture was like the bird was right there, and I didn't even see the bird, but it's almost like it's like a binoculars, because it's single reflex. What you see when you look through the viewfinder is the actual photo. That's what single reflex means. So it's not like a little bit over here. So you can really do the composition of the photograph the way you want it, the way you envision it. So, I mean, this is a way to kind of stretch your creativity. You're getting the case right here, which is really great. You open it up, and you've got the compartments. It's got really nice shoulder straps, so you keep all your lenses really safe, because these are really high-end lenses. You want to baby them and protect them. You get the lithium-ion battery, the specialty charger for the lithium-ion battery. You also get the SD card, which is right here. You're going to get software, Dan, which I'd love for you to talk about. And then you also get, of course, the cables, so you can just plug it right into your computer, and download the pictures.
Absolutely,
So that's really great. And here's, again, the Canon, and there's a little tutorial, right?
Yeah, there's a tutorial how to use it. That gets you going. It explains how the camera works. But I want to go back to talking about zoom. This is the 250 millimeter lens. So look at the zoom, what you're getting. But these are very, very expensive lenses. You're getting within this bundle. That's all you have to do is attach it on. Very simple. And now you're going to be able to get 250 millimeters, one of the most incredible zooms. I'm going to show you some examples here of the 18 millimeter. Here we go. Now, if you just see this photograph here, we're going to get close up here. We see this a harvest scene here.
Okay, kind of like a little shop down
the
street.
Now, at 250 millimeters, you're going all the way in. Now, notice, you're still getting incredible detail. You're still getting incredible color. You're getting, I love the fact there's crisp shot. And I also love that it kind of blurs out the back, your depth of field, which I am a big fan of. I don't like our cell phones put everything in focus. And I like to spot what the focus of my photograph is. Yeah,
and also when you're taking pictures of people, I don't like everything around you in focus, because then your eye goes everywhere. You just want to look at you, and then everything around you is kind of soft. That's what these cameras will do.
And with 18 megapixels, you can take this zoomed picture and then blow it up, because it's not going to lose any of the clarity. The pixels are not going to become distorted. They're still going to contain all the information that they require. They take into the photograph, and then you can blow it up into big, huge pictures and put them and mount them anywhere in your home, you know? Here's another scene. Now, this is a park scene. We're going to go all the way in at 250 millimeters, all the way into those flowers. See the flowers way in the back?
I could start my own private eye business and spy on people.
You could. I'm not going to live anywhere near you. But
I was going to say, I'm going to catch you, Dan, doing things you shouldn't do. And then I'm going to report them. No.
Here's another one. Now, you don't know what we're looking at in this shot. It just seems like a basic scene in New York. Now, we get a little bit closer. You say, oh, okay, we see a bit of a flag off there in the distance. Now, we push it all the way to 250 millimeters. And now you can actually see the flag is actually torn at the end, which I love. You can get up close and personal. I like to see things,
details.
Especially if you're going on vacation. Like I just came from London. You want to get those. You want to see that architecture. You want to see the textures of the buildings. You have to get close to these things that you're not going to get with a cell phone, because the cell phones just do not have the capabilities of getting close and being able to see all those textures. And one more. There's the Essex House here in New York City. We go all the way in, and now you get that kind of clarity. This is what you're going to see. And especially if you're going to be going to New York this summer or going on a cruise, you want to be able to see everything. And I love having interchangeable lenses, because then you could do wide shots, you can do up-close shots, close-up shots, and it's just really wonderful.
Let's talk about a cruise for a second. My daughter and I just went on a cruise. Do you know how much it costs to get an 8x10 on a cruise ship?
A lot of money, I know.
It is a lot of money.
A lot of money. It is a lot of money.
Take your own pictures.
Yeah, take your own pictures. Right, because you don't need to bring your own photography.
I mean, they have great pictures that I'm not saying I want to say anything bad about that, but I'm just saying it's great to do. And you know, as you start taking, one of my best friend, I've been best friends with my friend Terry since we were 13, and she's really started doing photography. Then she started posting them on Facebook, and then some people said, oh, would you take pictures? Would you do my wedding? Like, so impressed. And then like, oh, what? No, I couldn't do that. But it's like, it's just like discovered a whole new thing, a whole new kind of second chapter in her life is being a photographer.
I've been to a couple weddings recently, and a lot of the photographers are carrying Rebels. because they're easy, because they're lightweight. This camera only weighs about 15 grams. So it's very light. Even with the case, it's very lightweight to carry around. You can see the photographers using this because it's easy. And you know with Canon technology, you're always going to get that awesome shot. It feels great in your hand. It's got an easy 3-inch screen in the back so you can see all the details. I won't get that picture of you up again. But you got your wonder wheel here with all the different settings here. You got your automatic mode, you got your creative modes, you've got your aperture priorities, your shutter priorities, and this is something you want to do. Once you get better at your photography, then you can kick the training wheels off, and now you can fly your own and do more. Push this camera. This camera can be pushed to nth degrees.
Right. And speaking of training wheels, we include the training wheels. So here it is. It's the instructional video. And if you buy a camera and get it home, sometimes even if you go to a store and the salesperson explains to you what it is, then you're like, okay, that sounds really great. You get it home and what did they say, or what was that? Or even if you're watching HSN, you actually can go to hsn.com and replay this presentation. But we're going to include a DVD from Canon that's going to give you a tutorial, and just learning about the different things that this camera will do will really, kind of stretch and make you explore as an artist what you can do with your own photography. But we're going to go over to Dan. He's going to show you another feature that this camera is capable of.
Yeah, one of the great things about this camera is that it does, with one touch, you can go to 1080p high definition video. This is awesome. This is one of the new features of the T5, that you can go to 1080p. A lot of our professional photographers are using this. They can flip back and forth to your 18 megapixels right to your high definition video. But I want you to see how the color, how it grabs the color. There's very little, if any, blur at all. We have a butterfly here that's capturing everything. And look at the colors, the details. You can see everything. There's nothing, even though this is a moving, there's an auto tracking device on this camera as well that it will pick a spot, or a face especially, and will lock into that face, and that's where your autofocus point is. So that's where it's going to stay the entire time. So you can move about. It'll have object tracking. It's automatically going to adjust to the white balances, to colors, to everything, taking in all the information at one time to produce for you the most beautiful and wonderful videos you can take. Even if you're shooting it at 18 megapixels, you can then flip back into 1080p high definition video. It also shoots at 720p if you want to reduce that. You can go to 25 frames per second or 24 frames per second. I know that gets a little bit technical, but for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, you'll be able to push this camera to those limits that you can stay away from just the 30 frames per second and go down to a little bit slow motion, or maybe that cinematic feel of the 24 frames per second.
Yeah, the other thing that I really like about this Canon is that, let's say you're kind of like, I want to kind of get into this, but I'm really intimidated. What are you saying? F-stop and shutter speed, and I really kind of want to take it slow. This has an auto feature, so you can just take the camera and put it on auto mode, right, Dan?
Yep.
And then it will do that for you. So again, here's a picture of everything that you're getting. You're getting this camera case. I want to let you know we have 199 left, so this very, very limited. Half the quantity is gone. You get the telephoto zoom lens. You get the incredible everyday lens. Of course, you get the camera itself. You get the instructional DVD. You get a shoulder strap. You get the USB cord that goes from the camera right into your computer to download all the computer. And then the SD card, lithium-ion battery, and the charger, and the software. So here it is, if purchased separately, $399.99 for the camera alone, $199.99 for the telephoto zoom lens. The 2-title software download voucher, $93.94. It also includes a 1-year subscription to Bunchy, and that's $693.92 if you purchased everything separately. Dan, maybe explain to us what Bunchy is, what that subscription is.
Oh yeah, Bunchy is it's a subscription to the Canon software where you can get online tutorials. We can learn about the cameras. So what you're going to do is you're going to go online. You can teach you about how to push that. Like I was talking about, you can push that photography to another level. Like I was taking a photography class in New York City, and you kind of learn about all the features. It explains the camera is already going to give you a bit of a tutorial as you go through.
But Bunchy will kind of keep going that class is going.
It'll take you further, so you really understand it. So like I said, you can take this camera to a whole new level if you want to learn photography, or put this in the hands of a young one. My parents gave this a camera to me like this when I was very, very young, because I'm a very visual person. So I love looking through the viewfinder, and it just it's inspired my creativity.
Yes. Oh, my mother
really
did that as well. I was a photographer for the high school paper, and in those days we developed we had a dark room. I mean, who even does that anymore? Right. We developed our own pictures. But my mom, it was her favorite hobby growing up was photography and taking. I've got videos of me and my brother and sister in the '60s. Oh, she was one of the first people with a Super 8 camera, so I wasn't alive in the '60s. Yeah, right, whatever. And we should not be on TV together.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so, but it's a really, really fun hobby. And again, I had a camera, and then I was, photographer for the school paper and things like that. But it is, and it's not. It could be a camera that maybe you buy for yourself, but you share among people. Maybe with your grandchild or your child who's kind of getting ready to maybe be on taking pictures for the yearbook. Hey, why don't you use this to you're covering the football game for your school, or soccer game, or basketball game, or golf or tennis or whatever. This is really going to take it to the next level. And if you like taking pictures of sporting events, you really need to have that shutter speed. And that's the feature that Dan was talking about when I was throwing the confetti at it, is catching it. Like if you watch a hockey game, that game goes so fast with a puck flying around. This is the kind of camera that would be able to stop it and capture that action. Yeah, your micro SD cards are going to come with enough space you can keep taking a lot of it. If you want to save more room on the SD card, what you can do is you can just change this up. You don't have to shoot at 18 megapixels. You can go down to 10 or down to 8, whatever you want to do, whatever works for your lifestyle. And that's adjustable. It's very adjustable. And one thing I loved about having a camera when I was a kid is because it did inspire me to be creative. But also, this could be a great gift for yourself. If you want to do something different for this Christmas, go out there and shoot a bunch of photography, beautiful, get the summer vacations, the weddings and stuff, and make photo albums. This is a gift. This is a gift that makes great gifts. And that's what I love to do, is because I like to shoot. Well, that's what I said to my friend Terry. I said, you know what, that picture you took that I saw on Facebook, I want that as a, get that for me, blow that up, and I would hang that right on my wall. And you really do, you can't do those kind of pictures with your cell phone. No, you just can't. You just can't. Exactly. Not at this level. So if you want to take it to the hobby, art, or maybe career level, this is the camera to do it. But think about this. If you wanted to switch careers, and you wanted to maybe, go to school, get a different degree, how about for $529 and change, you could switch careers. You could take a hobby that maybe you already love taking pictures, get the Rebel, and maybe go on to be a wedding photographer. That's the level of camera you can do. Maybe you could do portraits, baby portraits. Headshots. I did headshots. Really? Yes, I made money. Headshots. Believe me, you'll make a fortune. There are a ton of actors that love to get their pictures taken. Exactly. And I actually had a little business on the side of taking headshots, and I was using my Canon Rebel. So it paid for itself back so fast. I was going to say, probably 2 headshots. I know, 2 headshots. Whatever, you pay two sessions, you got your Canon Rebel paid for. Then you can start upgrading to different lenses. So if you already own a Canon and you're using the EF lenses, you can already pop them onto this camera as well. And since it's single reflex, we include 2, but there's others you can add on. Yeah, you can add on. You can whatever. What a wide angle. Yeah, wide angles. There's telephotos. Other telephotos are even closer than these will. So there's a variety. And with Canon technology, Canon lenses, you're going to always get the most spectacular photography, because you're always going to capture the crispness and the color that Canon really delivers. I want to go back to this, a couple of things about the different macro modes or different modes that come with this. You're going to get, there's a macro mode on board. You also have got a creative mode. Now, what does that mean, a creative mode? A creative mode, it's just going to pop the colors. It's going to make them more vivid. So it's going to take them and make them just a little bit brighter. So you don't have to take this photograph and put it into, into your photo editing software to make the colors brighter or more crisper. It's automatically going to do this. Because I haven't even heard of some of these. These are the night mode. As you can see, the lights of the cars have blurred out. So what this is going to do is going to up your ISO. I don't have to get too technical, but it's going to up the ISOs so that the shutter is going to open up longer, so you get that blur. So you can do this. It looks like a stream behind it. Yeah. Put the kids outside on 4th of July with the fireworks and the sparklers. I've seen videos. Yeah. It's so cool. That is cool. It's great things to do. I love this one. This grainy one is really fun because you can take those pictures, put them right on your wall. wall,
you could.
and they're like,
Absolutely.
oh, where'd you get those? At you know, a gallery in Soho? You know,
yeah.
no.
And I'm watching a little video of the grain video, which is look at the texture that it gets, and it's just so different. It's something that your cell phone is not going to be able to have. Not to pick on cell phones, but it's just really fun to be. You can do this right on board. There's editing software on board already. You can enhance colors, saturations. You can edit. You can crop. You got your landscape mode. So if you're outdoors, you're in the jungles of Africa, whatever. You got your toy. This is your miniature mode.
This is the miniature.
This is fun,
cool.
right? It looks like a toy set. It looks like something.
It looks
you
like
buy.
little teeny tiny toy
little
cars.
Tiny
and
people
so
driving.
You said it. I've never seen that before. It's a setting, miniature, and then everything looks teeny tiny.
And you don't have to be in that setting to get this. You can take a photograph you shot and said, hey, I want to do miniature mode on that. Take it in, and you can apply the photo or the feature or the filter on top of the photo already.
Oh, already taken?
Already
then
taken.
just switch
and it'll say both. You'll have the photograph, and then you're going to have your miniature mode as well.
Very cool.
And this is great because your night mode is what's really important, because a lot of times we struggle having good photography, good shots in the nighttime, because light is so difficult to shoot.
And that's a very common one too that the cell phones can't do.
Right.
So you'll use this a lot.
You'll use this a lot because this was shot without even a flash. Because what it's going to do in auto mode, it's going to up the ISOs a little bit to make that film a little bit more sensitive.
Yeah.
So that's why you're going to capture all the glowing lights. You get the reflection of the water. You'll capture everything because it just automatically composes the shot and all the technical parts of the shot so it's perfectly balanced. I love this one too. And if you like to shoot water like I do, waterfalls, this is so beautiful and elegant.
Oh, it does. It looks like it's frozen. Almost.
Right, it is. It's frozen time, but the shutter speed was just open just a little bit more. It's just really nice. You can just do this. This is toy camera.
What does toy camera mean?
Toy camera is supposed to make it look like it actually is like almost like a subtle fisheye. Okay, you can't really see it, but it's very subtle. So it's just going to make some of the features pop a little bit more.
Oh, okay, and to sort of soft focus around the edges.
And it's going to animate it just a little bit.
Okay.
I know, it's a subtle feature, but it's really kind of fun. I love the soft focus, too, because I love to take pictures of plants and animals.
Only photograph me with that lens.
Okay, right. Yes.
Make me look like I'm
the soft focus, or the beauty mode, yes, I know. And it's great. And you got your close-up, you got your macro mode. This is great, because you can see all the textures.
Yeah, never use that one on me.
I promise.
Never use that one. Only on flowers.
And then with those family shots, those portraits, you can see it doesn't blow out the skin tones. All the colors are bright. Everything is well balanced.
It really looks very natural. It looks like you're standing right in front of you. Like they really look.
It does. And I love it. And like I said, part of the background is all blurred out. You take this with a cell phone, everything's going to be in focus. That's what digital cameras do. But the Canon Rebel has a way of this is a portrait mode. The portrait mode is always going to blur out the back. And so that will make the faces pop. And it does that automatically. You don't have to do anything with that. It'll automatically just set those features so that you're automatically going to get the best picture you can possibly get at all times.
Okay, well, we have our clock on the screen, about 7 minutes left in our presentation. If you're just tuning in, I want to go over everything you're getting. You're getting, of course, the Canon Rebel. You're also getting the 2 lenses, the telephoto lens and your regular day-to-day lens. You're getting a camera case. It's a Canon high-end camera case, so it's got soft sides, but it's got all the padding. I want to open it up and show you. You've got your shoulder strap, and you also have sections where you can keep your lenses with you as well as your camera to make sure that it's nice and safe and protected. Now, you're also getting the lithium-ion battery. You're getting the charger. There's a specific charger for it. We include that. You're getting an SD card to store your pictures. And then here's the cord that'll go right into your camera. The other end will go right into your computer so you can download all the pictures that you just did. We're including the Canon Rebel digital camera instructional video. This is a DVD that kind of takes you step by step through all the features, and that you can kind of continue to explore your own creativity and the camera. And you also get a Canon shoulder strap, which is, again, this is different than the shoulder strap for your case. This is the one you put around your when you're wearing the camera basically around your neck. This is something else that if you're in the store buying it, you would probably say, oh, I would like to have that. So these are all things that if you're going to get this camera, you want to have a bag, you want to have a shoulder strap, you of course want to have the battery and the charger, you want to, instructional video would be a nice little plus. I don't know if you, but we're throwing it in. This is an exclusive configuration. We have a sale price, free shipping and handling, the lowest price ever offered on the Canon T5 HSN exclusive bundle, and we also are doing 9 months of VIP financing. And what is that? If you have an HSN card, you can get this camera home and have 9 months to pay it off with no interest and no fee. If you don't have an HSN card, you can get one in about a minute and a half. Go to hsn.com/HSN card. You fill out a couple questions, push a button, and boom, you're in. Or 1-800-695-1418. I have my HSN card as my default payment, just because we do so many specials with the HSN card. I always want to be ready for the extra flex payment and all the offers. So you have 9 months to pay it off. If you wanted to do even payments, my producer has figured it out for you. It's about $59 a month if you want to do even payments for 9 months. So it's really, and you can pay a little bit more, a little bit less, whatever. As long as you pay it off before 9 months, you have no interest and no fee.
Yeah, my first Rebel I bought like 5 years ago was over $1,000. So I love the fact that it's so affordable. And then you guys do flex pay. It's really amazing.
Oh my goodness,
you can get this home.
Yeah,
and you
$60
can start,
on your card. We're going to send it right out to you, all of it. Crazy.
And out of the box, you're going to have so much fun with the photography.
Oh yeah.
But one thing I do want to say is a couple of the pictures here. This we're getting ready for summer. We're getting ready for the kids in the pool. We're getting for that cruise that we might take this summer.
Yes, we will.
And with that continuous mode, you're going to be able to capture all of this. All the kids jumping in the, look at the water splashing.
Oh, look at that.
It's so great, and it's so fun to do.
Frozen in time.
Frozen in time, and she's completely underwater. This one I'm going to go back to the Hummingbird. Is very, very impressive. How this shows you how fast this camera works and the speed of this camera is that you can see that the Hummingbird is actually flying too. Now these Hummingbirds move very, very fast. So you can see that animation right there. It's really remarkable how fast the Canon Rebel can actually focus in, auto tracking on that Hummingbird, and it gives you that shot that you always want. And with continuous mode, say I don't like this one, but I like this one, then I can use that. And so you can just go and pick the rest of them, because it's digital photography. You can delete them and save room on your SD card. It's really great. You can't make a mistake. It's trial and error. You're always going to be able to get that perfect shot.
Okay, well, we've got about 3.5 more minutes left in the presentation, and we've given you a lot of information about the Canon Rebel, and maybe you're saying, you know what, this is something that I've kind of always thought about, maybe upgrading a camera and taking my hobby of photography to the next level. This is the way to do it. HSN card holders, less than $60 a month for 9 months, and no interest, no fee. Enjoy it. By the way, get it home for 30 days. If you don't love it, you get 100% money back guarantee. If you bought the piece of electronics or a camera at an electronics store and return it, they charge you a restocking fee just to take it back. Here at HSN, we never charge you a fee to return it. You say you don't want it, guess what? You get all your money back, your purchase price and everything. And by the way, to send it to you, the shipping and handling, you're not even losing that, because today it's free. That's $11.95 usually, but today it's $0, because we're doing a big special for Innovation Month. All the innovative electronics. HSN, we love electronics. We love the latest and the greatest. What's ever coming up the pike, that's what we want. Here's the Rebel. This is the T5, not the T1, T2, T3, or T4. This is the T5. And if you don't know what a single reflex camera is, cameras usually have something called a viewfinder, where when you look through the camera and take the picture, it's all actually, with the picture that you're taking is a little bit over to the side. But single reflex mean what you're looking at is exactly the picture that you're taking, so you can do the composition and you're looking at it exactly the way it is, right, Dan?
It's exactly what it is. And you got this beautiful 3-inch screen on the back, so whatever you're seeing in this viewfinder is actually what's going to be seen on your photograph. And let me tell you, this is one of the easiest cameras I've ever operated before. It's so simple.
And you can do it in auto mode, right?
Even in auto mode. But
yeah.
you're going to find yourself, you're like, hey, I want to push this just a little bit more. You're going to have so much fun, because don't be intimidated by a camera this size, because it really is so fun. It's going to feel great in your hand. You're going to feel secure. It's got a nice rubberized grip, so if you're going to be out in the rain or out in the snow or whatever, you'll be able to grip it really, really nice. A big flexible viewfinder in the back, so you're going to be able to see everything in a 3-inch beautiful LCD screen. And you got your wonder wheel on top with all your different your settings. You go to creative mode, you go to automatic mode, you get shutter priority, aperture priorities. You can really take this camera to the limit. You got your automatic flash. It has onboard voice recording, so all your videos are going to have full stereo sound. It really is a designer photography. Yeah,
and the software, do we mention all the software? You are getting Creative Insights software and service voucher, and you get the website and codes needed for the following software. You're getting the Photo Plus X6. You're also getting Family Tree, Heritage Platinum 9, and then the Bunchy Plus 1-year subscription. And what that is, it's kind of like taking a photography class to the next level with so many different things. Also, the manufacturer, Canon, includes a 1-year warranty. So we do a 30-day money-back guarantee. Canon does a 1-year warranty.
Take, for instance, you're having a family reunion this summer. You can take those photographs you take of your family and friends, put it into the family tree, and the programs will actually help you organize and sort through it. So you can be able to organize your photos and be able to display them and print them and put them in photo books. book, so you can make great Christmas gifts later on.
Oh, nice.
It's really, really fun.
That's
One more
great.
quick photo. I want you to show you the power of this 18 megapixel and the zoom. This is a great illustration. There's a gentleman way off in the back. You can see him. Now he's in the water. We're getting a little bit closer to him. Now this is going in at 250 millimeters, getting closer, but then you can take this picture because it's 18 megapixels, and you can blow it up this big. A 3-foot picture, but now
Is that Darren?
It's, no, I don't know.
I know who that is.
It's Darren, yes, it's Darren, yes.
I know